Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
That's his strength.
But it's not
The
Merwin.
jungle support synergy is not the strength of KC.
Turn the value. Shyvana's now off the board.
This guy
What
just
that is worth.
he's saying this because they lost to them, you know.
Game number 2. Akali also
Bro
in
is
the match there
softening
as
his
well.
own landing here.
By KC really worried about these Oner junglers.
Yeah, one of the things that me and Trouble talked about after game number 1 is we think this should be a much slower game for KC, especially because they were kind of getting outpaced, I'd say, by T1. They tried to match the pacing, but now I think it should be slower, more methodical for them. As we'll see if maybe the Cassio will be the first pick for T1 here, especially with that Syndra being taken out.
And Jarvan
Did I miss game 1? KC fought back.
Cassio, obviously, with
They tried.
Syndra out the way.
Here with Syndra, Qiyana, Victor, and
really hard to find a counter for,
Zigzag.
especially with Akali banned on the first
Cassio
3 from the side of T1.
is very
Let's see what
strong.
kyeahoo has in
Especially with
store
Akali
here to play
out
into the
too, like,
Cassiopeia. Hasn't necessarily been
all
an
the
easy
good
lane for
answers
anyone.
into Cassio just
T1
gone.
took away
Like,
the
you have to play
Akali
like
as well that we've
Galio.
seen
You have
into
to
this
play.
Cassio. Is it just going to be the Silas like that? I'm not a huge fan of picking Silas before you see the ultimates, as I don't think the champion has enough value
I don't like it,
if
team.
it doesn't have great ultimates.
I think the
We'll see
T1
what
are
KC
just
decides
locked
to
in
pick
the
up.
draft
They're-
departments. I
the
swear.
Anivia, I mean, we've
Anivia
seen
could be
this
good.
Anivia
If you
quite
can
a
say,
bit.
if you can play
I think
Anivia ball
Anivia
like the Brazilian team
works
does,
very well here.
honestly,
Cassiopeia can be really
respect.
annoying with all the slows, and it's
if
the
you know how
Bard.
to do it.
I wanted to talk about the Bard earlier. I mean, Bard, both for Keria and Busio, are such standout picks. Like Keria, best Bard in the world. Busio prided himself on being best Bard
in the LEC.
First, he was best Bard in NA, then he was the best Bard in the West, then he was best Bard in LEC. Just a highly competent Bard, and I think taking it away from Keria makes a ton of sense, but now you have the Jarvan, as you talked about, Trouble.
I'm seeing a lot of comfort for KC rather than trying to structure something. I think that is the correct way to possibly play that game too. If you want to play a little bit slower, give comfort to your players. Oner with the Jarvan, of course, makes a super strong 1-2 in the mid jungle. And what they're going to pair this up with, because there has been some support sliding in on 3 here, but it could just be just a blind top.
Yeah, Ambessa blind here.
Full top side?
Ambessa,
If they can match this Anivia into Cassio wherever she goes, I think they have something really cooking here.
But
See
you can
what?
also, I mean, I will just say, you can also flex
for
that
KC.
Anivia up in the top lane as well. For the Ambessa early, how annoying
Okay,
is it with the
honestly,
long cooldown?
guys, they solved it. I was worried about the Cassio, but Anivia, Ezreal bot is beautiful. I do think that's a very strong rotation into Cassio. So they solved it. They solved it. I was missing some champions here, but they found good answers. Really good start here for KC.
Cassio as well, and it's also kind of a takeaway from Peyz. We saw Peyz absolutely smurfing on the Ezreal as well, and Ezreal Bard, it's a known combo. It's great. Both of them love to play against each other. Ezreal can just clear waves.
And the
Bard
question
can
is
go
now,
roaming
what will
around,
Canna
and
play
Busio can
top
do
and
what he does
Ambessa
best,
post bans?
working with his jungler and helping out his team.
It's been permabanned versus Caliste this entire time at EWC, so he has another chance to do
A really
that.
good draft for
And
KC
this
so
is a very
far.
uncharacteristic structure of draft for KC. We're very used to seeing them pick their entire top side in the first 3 for a couple of drafts now. So they have broken that standard just a little bit. So now they need to try and emphasis on and ban Keria out, and what is very scary towards that bot lane, because they're banning the Pike, which is very
They can
fair,
ban
very heavy
Karma,
roaming
they can
champ.
ban
However, Keria has made a lot of
Nautilus.
things work, from Leonas to Nautilus to any of the traditional supports, if you will.
Yeah, I think KC, they got away with a draft that I really like thus far. I wonder if they want to try to take out some Enchanter supports, perhaps. I think the hyper carries for T1 could be an option, unless they want to send the Cassio down in bot lane. I think they're going to put the Cassio in mid lane, because Cassio into the Bard and Ezreal, especially after level 6, once Bard gets that Tempered Fate, it's going to be really annoying for the Cassio to play into, as you also get outranged by the Ezreal. So I think something that can have some either engage into the Ezreal or match that range, something like the Jhin, as we've seen quite a bit into it, would make a lot of sense.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Caitlyn Karma-ish lane. I feel like Karma is very empowering to the Jarvan in the early game, as well as the Ambessa later on in the team fights. And it is definitely one of those lanes that does challenge
Troubleinc here. I do agree with the assessment that looking for Caitlyn Karma
and as the
could be a very good angle.
Are taken out, I feel like either a Jhin or a Caitlyn lane.
You need some range and mobility to add to your composition.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
The other way is you just go hard in the paint and accept. You go Nautilus and you go Kai'Sa and you say to yourself, you know what, guys, we're just going to go in. We're going to steamroll. That's also an angle.
But they might have banned all the good ones.
Like a Showmaker copy pasta?
A Showmaker copy pasta? Oh, a Cassante. But he
Kind
doesn't
of
play
Oliver.
Cassante in the LEC. He nearly always prefers the Scion. He's going for the Rumble.
Can't be talking about Sion when the enemy is showing Ambessa.
Damage. It has a great laning phase. He can look to abuse it. He had a great Rumble game yesterday. Has the equalizer.
I think the Qiyana will be the last pick for Yike, probably.
It's really some good
Canna play volleyball? Not really.
Don't have a lot of consistency.
Canna's a stock standard Korean top lane. He is respecting the legacy of his peers.
If they go to Caitlyn, Karma makes a ton of sense. Karma's also great into the Rumble, because as soon as he puts down that equalizer, you can do the mantra.
Is it even Afiri? I don't like it. They need CC, I think.
Sivir, Lulu would make a lot of sense here. That's what they go for.
Very, very traditional. And for Yike, he needs something to set up his team.
They need 80 jungle to that CC. I think Qiyana's coming.
Potentially with a big wombo combo. There's no way he goes back to his roots from Maokai. There's too much HP in the team. So what does Yike have up his sleeve to set up the team? Potentially even a...
I don't like it, but I think Qiyana's coming as...
could be an option. The problem with Skarner as well, I think it's similar to Maokai's. You have very heavy magic damage. If he goes for this Qiyana, I mean, KC, they're going to be playing quite crazy once again, because they don't have a great way to start fights aside from that Tempered Fate, and they have pretty much no frontline. Probably their tankiest member will be the...
Do you love me?
Yeah.
Are you riding?
This yesterday and thought we can do it better as we go to lose.
I'm worried. Basically,
it has been one of the
first guys, Yike,
that a team makes more noise for KC than for T1.
Yike needs to have, Yike needs to be the best player in the lobby.
To this legendary team.
He needs to be the best player in the lobby.
Was a Chinese fan who
and
speaks French. Merci.
I just think he might just be the weakest player in the lobby right now. So even though I predicted it, doesn't mean that I like it. It's just that they needed something to protect Anivia and Rumble.
So I'm a big fan of Faker, obviously. And my next question is going to be about, you know, the KC crowd.
They needed to protect the Rumble and Anivia damage mix.
About the mood, the vibes. Tu es pour T1, mais il y a énormément de fans français qui font du bruit.
His mute is eager, bro. Have some respect, bro.
Le vibe, c'est vraiment impressionnant. T'entends tous ces bruits-là qui continuent de chanter. Aussi, voilà. C'est tout ce qu'on attend à Paris avec cette ambiance-là.
Take one out, bro, to the forehead.
I imagine they make insane noise. This is very impressive. We'll see.
I have to say, when people complain about e-girls, like when women are expressing fandom, you know how important they are to the fandom. You know how much they create in terms of content and in terms of support, in terms of like, you know, even in terms of how much money they spend. You know, they're the female fans are the best fans by far. When people talk about K-popification and see it in the bad light, the extremes of things are bad in everywhere. But when I think of extreme male fans, bro, those are hooligans that break shit.
Draft in game number 2.
And
it's a lot more methodical.
I think those extremes are far worse.
How kyeahoo can pressure T1. We're going to see how Busio can land those Tempered Fates, and it's a lot of
when people have issues with other forms of expressing fandom, whether it's through the simple notion of just supporting players for the person. Like, if people enjoy entertainment in different ways than you do, like, how's that a problem? That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Not been able to make plays for a
very long
time. Those lanes don't have a lot of setup, and Oner is now bullied.
It's just like last game.
Alright, it's just rock and roll hard in the paint from minute 1, guys.
Busio tries to cut off the choke. Keria got really low before. Cosmic Biting doing some damage. Trying to press that pop burst here from Keria. Use the heal to get into range. Yeah, who's going to take a noxious blast while Faker.
Oner with the smite. Yike wins it. He's level 2, baby. Busio's Q on. Oh no! Busio!
To help out, Yike comes in.
Yike. That's the first blood for Busio.
KC flipped the Raptors, and they won.
And that's why they call him the Smite King. He lands it up against Oner. He wins the 50-50. Busio wants to try to predict the flash. But Oner actually, Nerves of Steel there, holds it. But Yike recognizes that even though Peyz is there first,
did he call him that?
He has the damage. He can take
don't know, actually.
Buy so much time.
Maybe where Jack Spectre lives, they call him that.
Because Neeko was so chunked down, bot lane's gonna be perma-pushed as we see the replay one more time. Keria pulls up, but he's super low HP. They have to burn the heal as well, and Oner is willing to take the 50-50.
The stamina, yes,
it is never a 50-50 versus Yike.
And as you say, Trouble, so much credit has to be given to Busio here, because he cheesed Keria in the bush, chunks him out, out and buys so much pressure.
Busio missed a very crucial Q and stole the kill. I don't know. I'm not seeing the game the same way as the casting team today.
If Busio wasn't able to chunk Keria like that, then it would have been a really easy 3v3 for T1 to play. But due to the fact that he got that chunk, now Caliste is going maybe a bit too far forward.
Arcane shift, wait for the tangle barbs. One thing's going to be dodged.
Caliste just 1v2 it. What a man! Yo! Damn! Caliste Criminal just 1v2'd them.
Okay, calm down.
Top 10, make it top 5. Caliste Criminal.
He did solo as well.
What a Chad!
Incredible performance by Caliste.
Holy!
An absolute showcase of mechanics there. He recognizes that he wins the 1v2. As now Doran might be in trouble.
Flame Spitter overheating the auto, do so much damage. Canna threatening the flash. An Electro Harpoon about to come up. Doran gets tagged by one, but there's no danger zone damage yet. The Flame Spitter looking to tag him down a little bit more. Doran takes another, but now he truly has to leave.
They can see how KC are going to have a hard time later on as we gain the POV.
Wow.
Lands the W, ease forward to Proc, weaving in
autos. Holy movement. Bro, he doesn't even use exhaust. How cold is he, bro?
Nice.
That was nice.
Caliste is so clean on the Ezreal.
Damn, bro, that's crazy, by the way. Fair play, fair play.
A great start for KC in game number 2 here.
Bro, that was...
I think the KC fans are pretty damn happy right now.
I mean, I can feel the hype through, Jack. The Caliste kill means so much. The early blood over to Busio, but for Yike to get a jungle lead means so much. Mid also going well here for kyeahoo as he gets a decent trade down. And we saw up in top, Doran was not doing too well in the isolated matchup.
My lord.
He's just pathing around his jungle, having nothing to do. He just got double scuttled by Yike. And Yike still has jungle available.
Oh shit, Faker. Faker does not have lethal here, right? He doesn't have lethal. He doesn't have lethal. Busio is here. Busio's here. Oh, he does have lethal, Faker! What a game this. This is League of Legends.
And kyeahoo wanted to bait Faker in, but Faker had a little bit more damage than kyeahoo expected there, so Faker's able to make it a 1-for-1. So I don't think there's a dive opportunity here with how healthy Canna is, but Doran at least getting some pressure and being able to crash
bloody
that
fair already. Busio's the one on 2-0. That's the only thing that makes me a little bit skeptical about pre-celebrating the game state here for KC. Faker, his Cassio, I think, has been by far his best champion this year.
I mean, he clicked forward because he
by
wanted
far
to
his best champion.
In, and then as soon as he popped out of the egg, he died. So it's just like, yeah, it was.
I mean, pretty insane.
We're collapsing now on Doran the Moran. Canna 6 gets the ultimate. Doran tries to flash, but Canna will reach, no? I mean, Yike will reach.
He finds it.
Oi. Oner chasing Yike. Yike has W. He has to dodge the Q. He has to dodge the Q. Come on! Come on, dodge the Q! Oh, he just got bonked. Why did we E him?
Yike will die.
Why didn't we like loop around?
He has the wave.
Yo, he just go into the alcove, no?
Canna might be in trouble. Faker's only level 5 though. He's just gonna catch the wave.
Ooh, the E flash. Caliste Criminal gets the exhaust. That's the heal. They win! They win! Okay, uno for uno, we take it. Busio's going on a killing spree, baby. Woo! Caliste Criminal. He's earning that top 10. He's earning that top 10, baby. He's earning it.
So much ballsiness.
He's earning it.
To try and get their E on him to stun him, and he just eats forward for maximum damage output.
The more ego I see from this kid, Jack, the more I think my silly top 5 comment, at least in this game, makes a bit more sense. Historically, no, but Europe is feeling it. Paris especially, as Keria looks to face Jack. The clone for that is Yike. Looks towards level 6. He's half the way there. We can talk about that in a second as we look at the 2v2.
I mean, it's a really nice attempt by Keria here, trying to
land the E flash and the buffer on the arcane shift is beautiful. The exhaust is still there. I honestly think the T1 thought that he didn't have exhaust. Faker getting caught. Busio on a rampage. Why not?
And he reclaims the title of best bard
Busio on a rampage.
He showcases it against the best support in the world.
7 kills for KC on the board.
All across the map taking over.
Best Polish support we've ever seen, as kyeahoo gets a push in the mid wave as well.
Best Polish support we ever seen.
Hysterics. The fans out there nodding furiously. Busio, the angle great, but Oner's waiting here.
Okay, Busio, you have a shutdown, brother. You have a shutdown. Peyz gets it. That's 700 Gs, brother. That's 700 Gs.
It is a T1 win. Waits in fog of war.
We can create a better play than that.
Going into the pit, Audacity out. He presses W.
Okay, Yike doing some parkour to get out.
To survive almost certain death.
Him spawning dragon or attacking dragon at that time to be pushed out.
Faker gets the ult on Yike, and Yike taking poison. The dream was short-lived. It's collapsing like in Inception. Doran might look for all-in trade here. Look how quick Oner is across the map to looking for the gank. Public execution, Hex Drinker. Doran uses biscuits to stay healthy. Oh, Canna!
T1 revenge. 6 years since his title.
Holy. T1 Canna better than Doran Canna. I mean, T1 Doran, sorry.
Faker and they succeed.
We thought this game might be slower. We thought it might be more methodical, but KC, they're not putting a foot on the brakes.
2K goal leads still for KC.
Watch this replay back. It's Busio with the Porte.
Wait, they killed Faker at the same time.
Has no petrifying gaze, so Caliste and Busio can make light work out of it. That's kind of outplays in the top lane.
Good lane assignment. Anivia took over mid, took over ball lane, and Busio is just everywhere, bro. Busio moving like, I don't know, bro. I can't think of.
Hey man, it takes some certain
type
of confidence to load into a game versus Keria playing bot on his skin and having this performance. Busio has been absolutely incredible, and KC have accumulated a 2,000 gold lead, the first lead in those 2 games that we've seen so far.
Are we worried about Sivir scaling? A little bit, yeah. We do have good champions to deny Sivir, I think.
Still wants to clear his bot side camps.
Anivia very good at denying Sivir. A wall behind her is game-breaking. She's very short range.
First dragon of the game, Peyz, is he in trouble? Busio spotted an award, crystallized down. Peyz takes a heavy chunk, and with the electrocute after the glacial storm, almost half HP.
T1 2K gold behind.
In composition here, that it's so much easier for KC to go for these chunks, to be really annoying against the T1
yeah, the Cassiopeia looked so scary in the draft, but
they had to go all or nothing in every single fight, and it makes it so much easier to play across the map.
Really like the response there. Anivia, Bard, Ezreal was a really strong 1-2-3 against Cassio. Really strong, rounding up with Rumble and Qiyana. Rumble for the match up top. The moment we lock Rumble, we have to pick Qiyana. We just need CC in the composition.
For Caliste, both of his summoners up, and with Dragon coming up
and so far, Busio's had a great game.
And they could probably look to contest.
Giving Doran a bit more
okay, Canna doesn't overheat. Oner, T1 getting a dragon would delay the game.
They have to be careful here.
Could get to the point where Peyz gets 4 items. We think that far ahead. Keria snaps off to Caliste. Caliste, K shifts, he buffers it. That's a fat ult from Qiyana. And they take over the Drake. All right, KC.
Continues to read Keria like a book. He had no vision, but he knew that Keria might look for him. He reacts just in time, and Keria ends up falling. It's a Drake for KC, and it's full.
3,000 gold lead.
In game number 2 here.
Look at Caliste's inventory. Already 20 votes.
Canna has been doing a fantastic job at building a lead into
Qiyana, Anivia combo.
KC on full force.
So where does it go from here?
This draft is looking way better for KC than the previous one in terms of the scaling. Because I honestly think that Peyz won't be able to carry this.
Yeah, pops the ult right here onto the Neeko. Caliste just ease out. And then that was a beautiful roll for kyeahoo that forces Keria's pathing towards Yike's ult. That's how they capitalize on him, take the dragon, push out the lanes. Beautiful sequence by KC.
And the Anivia Qiyana synergy. Haven't seen that one in a while, but they utilized it so well there.
That's good to see Kameto happy, bro.
I do think that the one scary thing
got a Rumble on the wave
is the fact that Doran, while he is...
They read the Jarvan play. Oner's not farming super much. He's been very busy this game, but to no avail, like the gank on top, Canna 1v2.
So much value in these fights, and he can really wreak havoc on this backline because there's very little CC once he gets on top of that backline.
We invade Raptors. KC looking for their angle once again to steal away a can. Yike smite gets it first. Oner does flag and dragon. He cataclysms onto Busio. Magical journey going to be taken out. Yike decides.
Oner's kind of trolling.
Waiting here for him as well.
We don't have Rumble ult though, so he's lucky. Otherwise he dies. Or has to flash.
Well, as we look towards 1v1 in the bottom lane, Peyz versus
Look at Caliste Criminel, bro. Caliste Criminel is playing with something to prove. Caliste Criminel, Caliste! Holy! Bro, you can say whatever the hell you want in interviews, Caliste. Say whatever you want. Because it seems to light a fire in your pants. Say whatever you want in the interviews, mate. Say whatever you want. Say whatever the hell you want.
In live, the crowd is roaring with Caliste's name. Kameto can't believe he's about to take his headset off and throw it. He's
and this
absolutely
is the KC,
unreal.
When KC, they still have more fights here. I mean, the mechanical display from KC here. This is the KC we saw in LEC. They were able to outplay
how could KC lose to Team Liquid, my man? Respect to Team Liquid, but how could we lose? How could they lose like that, bro?
With G2.
How could they lose like
and we
that,
didn't see
man?
that in MSI. We didn't see it whatsoever.
How could they lose like
but we
that?
all knew that it was there, and I'm so glad that we're getting to see that in EWC, because this is a team that has such a high ceiling as Peyz.
Cancellation.
Flash here. Oh, he does a lot of damage though. Busio has to back off.
They somehow, you know, that shutdown he got from Busio is really carrying the economy of Peyz.
He's keeping up in gold somehow. Credibility. T1 still, it's never out until they're out. I mean, we've got Herald coming up, we've got Dragon. First one went over to KC, but remember again, KC still have to run at home in this game too.
And I feel like kyeahoo has been doing such a fantastic job at depriving Faker of CS. He did
Look
something
at Caliste,
incredible
bro. He's
with his
feeding
wall
himself,
that
bro.
forced Faker to walk all the way around his jungle to try and catch a double stacked wave underneath his tower, which he missed a lot of CS off, whilst Caliste was 1v1 in Peyz down that bot lane. A 30 CS gap over in the mid lane in favor.
Guys, it's a rhetorical question, you muppets.
The one thing that
KC is obviously much,
as the game progresses, Sivir will get
has a much better ceiling than Team Liquid and played better.
DPS fight, T1 definitely had the advantage, but the fights don't stop.
Busio's going to be cleansed away, has numbers advantage here for T1. Pop Blossom going to come in as a miss. The Scream plays
okay.
tries to get Yike out. What
Doran on the flank. Yike.
Target just yet. He's going to flash onto Yike instead. Chilling Spike gets him
I feel like we played this way too fast. This was not a good situation, but they get away with it, bro. They actually get away with it.
That was a close call.
Faker, Rumble doesn't land.
Used all his energy reserve while Peyz.
KC get away with it. I thought they were in trouble here.
TPs from T1 that KC maneuvered around so fantastically. They didn't have the numbers advantage. kyeahoo decided to TP in as well, but Canna wasn't there.
Guys, I understand looking at the tournament through the lens of being exhausted and not exhausted, but KC played insanely well against HLE. Those are the best games we've seen of them since 2 months. And T1 did not look good at MSI, so you know, you need to always add the context of teams. You gotta add the context of what they've done at the tournament so far. And
going to back away while Yike and kyeahoo were moving up this river. Looks like Herald was what they're going to be starting off with Twin Fang after Twin Fang comes through, but not enough.
Yike surviving there was great for the game.
What's happening here?
And the Pop Blossom being invested from Keria, and the Petrifying Gaze, and the ultimate from Oner.
He tries to clear the wave, the turret.
Herald is completely free for KC. They even get a ton of damage on this mid tower, and the luxury of getting this mid tower so low
4,000 gold lead now for KC.
You can get this mid tower with just the pressure of a move from a side lane, and then you can invest that Herald.
Because the most homeless and Cassio I've ever seen. Just a moment where I was praising him. I think he just died too easy to the bot. Way too easy. I wonder if Faker is intentionally delaying the rod to get a higher boost from the XP.
Here's TP. Will it be joining for this Dragon that is now on the menu? KC with the first, as stated before. No one looking at it for now as Oner's clearing topside. And Yike has a lot of camps up as well, so this is going to be a late Dragon Soul game if we do get to it, which again, we talked about T1's scaling.
Canna still has flash. He's not in any danger of any ganks.
Yeah, but Caliste now
Power spike, Trinity Force? My brother, he's had Trinity Force for 10 minutes already. Caliste just jumps Peyz with the exhaust. Caliste Criminel. Caliste Criminel, a little bit too criminal. We need a little bit more Caliste.
I was stunned.
Considering the position of his teammates, this was not the time to play. Canna's so fed, so maybe they can win a fight even without the Trinity Force Ezreal with 2 items. Canna's barbecuing, bro. Call it. Oh, Peyz flashes into the Rumble of Canna.
just someone else.
And Caliste might have made a mistake, but Canna recovers the play so beautifully. It's 3 for 1.
It's a 5,000 gold lead from KC.
In control of the game. They're going to get the dragon, although Busio might be caught.
Petrifying gaze onto a bard should be easy work here. Busio's going to be poisoned down the auto as well. Faker takes it, finding down one more auto.
Busio is just rage baiting. Alright, fake a flash, honestly. We take it. Take a flash, we take it.
Flash though for a support.
We take it, bro. It's a flash. It is what it is. It's okay.
Which will then make the equalizer hurt that much more when Faker gets slowed next fight. Let's watch it one more time.
This is the duality.
Honestly, I think Qiyana just griefed, no? Qiyana clicked away from this fight.
But T1 is right there to avenge herself.
Probably wouldn't have mattered. Probably wouldn't have mattered.
And you have to think all this
probably wouldn't have mattered. But Qiyana clicked away. Like she was clicking mid and then she turned around.
Carries the heck out of it.
That's the duality of Caliste. It's been criticized a lot for those missteps because they're so memorable, but with that comes the highs that we've seen in this game as well. And in this game, it's not just him who's strong, it's the rest of his team as well. So even if he falters, the rest of them can step up.
5.5k is what I saw before this replay.
Ale.
Yeah. 2,000.
Would T1 with Tabe ever lose?
This crowd out and it is filled. Tickets were sold
But
out.
Tabe could not coach D+. Because his number1 coaching trick is, don't you want the money? Don't you like the money? Why are you trolling? Don't you like the money, bro? Oh, that Qiyana ult was optimistic.
Doran gets out, but the turret's now down. Flash, Cataclysm.
Bard ult. It's an interesting play here, the Bard ult, but Jarvan is still in it.
Only gets onto one Yahoo, going to go into the egg, but T1 can't stick around. They use the Cassiopeia to get the
okay, T1 commit a lot of people into this play, guys. Like, I think that KC is winning out economically. Doran tries to defend top tower, but look at Ezreal mid lane, same time. Keep in mind, KC also has 3 grubs. I think this is better macro for KC. T1 is just trying to create map imbalances to shock KC's system, but as you can see, the gold changes solid still for KC.
All right, T1, and looking for deeper vision right here. It has been their objective. Keria is also looming around Oner, trying to help him steal those Raptors off. And of course, with a lot of towers going down and Faker pushing out that bot lane, you need to be
T1 somehow can get the objective bounty on the Drake that is spawning, that could be huge. Canna gold, Faker.
Now they do, going to be spotted out. Yike on the
this was maybe an opportunity if they got the petrifying gaze, but now this opportunity is turning into a liability now instead. Bard ult is ready on the tower. Keria tries to walk away, petrifying gaze, Faker no flash, Faker dead, snake down. But as you can see, T1 is doing this divide and conquer type of pattern to the game. You have Doran pushing top, getting a tower. You have Sivir pushing mid. But Ezreal is now back there to push her off.
So it's a win for KC, but a very slight one as T1 get the cross map.
They'll eventually get the tower, so that's a consolation prize. They'll lose one, they'll take one over in the end. Yike has emptied the entire bot side jungle from Oner, but Oner is doing what Oner does in T1. T1 Baron.
Minutes. T1 starting Baron.
No.
Wrong side of the map is Yike.
Honestly, it takes a lot of time to kill this. It takes a lot of time to kill this. I feel like KC can react. KC can react. Bard has no ult though. Bard has no ult. Can we chase them till the end of time? Can we portal after them? Can we do something? Come on, KC. Punish. Yike. Doesn't land. Gets the EQ flash.
That gets one. That's a clone. T1 have Baron recalls, and you can't be caught napping.
Baron doesn't give enough gold. Baron doesn't give you enough gold to shift this game somehow. KC's tempo is better. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters.
And KC don't think they have the potential to do it because Faker was dead. It was 4 versus 5, and KC were the ones in control of the map. As I don't think Faker wins this 1v1, even if he gets the Petrifying Gaze. We'll have to see.
He's 3 levels down, but he gets the Petrifying Gaze down. Pure Stun here. Equalizer going to be down at half.
Oh, this is a huge shutdown. Canna. 940 Gs for Faker.
He'll walk out of there, and everything was connected.
And that's why he's the GOAT and I'm not, because I thought he loses that. But now Busio might be able to find Faker here.
Busio has flash available. Is it worth? Temper Fake going to be used.
Wait, Faker. Faker got the QE off. You know, he heals a little bit there from those spells.
6 kills. Still the most kills in this game on the Bard. He is an assassin roaming around the map here.
Yeah, I don't think kills on Bard is empty, you know, because he's buying very useful items. Solari, Michaels, these are very, very useful items.
It's a big advantage for KC as Caliste is basing for his 3rd item.
Doran bases.
It's a bit scary right here for KC.
Doran's going for Black Cleaver. Don't know how much I agree with that. Caliste has 3 items. If T1 traded this Drake for gold, I would understand it. But T1 want to fight. Doran on the TP. I don't know why kyeahoo is only level 13. Good combo with the Anivia Qiyana wall. CC chain onto Yike. He gets CC'd. Mikils doesn't save him. Doran has flash. T1 are psychopaths, you know. Like Cassio died way later than Canna, so Canna's faster. And they are the ones with Nash. I understand being uncomfortable with Soul Point.
It's a 1-for-1, but KC have the numbers advantage.
That's the flash. They're just trying to say a soft contest here, T1, to make and buy as much time as possible for Sivir. Look at the traps that T1 is conjuring. And now they're just recalling Blue Trinket on top of them.
T1 focused elsewhere. With both junglers, no beam there, no smite.
Jungle.
Had a chance. Well, let's watch this one more time.
Man, I just realized I went to the grocery store. I bought everything we needed except chicken. So we don't have any meat. Pickers doesn't help on the CC there. The knock-up, of course. You can QSS the knock-up and then dash out of it, of Ambessa. Maybe Mikils works the same, I'm not so sure. Busio now undermining, but now he gets rooted. Keria catches him. Peyz is just looking to farm to get 4 items. Still going to be very, very hard. Very, very hard to carry this game as Sivir. Very difficult. I feel like Ambessa is probably the bigger carry. Because if Ambessa can just disrupt the Anivia and they can create space for Sivir through that, then maybe. But, you know, when you're playing Sivir and carrying against these champions, Rumble, Anivia, it's very difficult. Very, very difficult.
Which they could potentially use, but for now, kyeahoo feels pretty safe. Oh, he found it.
I feel like you can tell.
It's always something that you forget when you buy groceries.
They don't want to let that Baron Nashor be snuck away again, as they've warded pretty much every avenue that Oner could enter that Nash pit.
Doran doesn't have any autos to get his energy back. Pause for a second, he's just going to walk it out instead. Knows he's vulnerable, as KC was setting up a play.
It's a little bit of a lull state now, as both teams are just waiting for that dragon to spawn. Although T1 probably are waiting for the Nash to spawn, as that is their comfort zone.
Super important. Time has timed, and 3 items have landed in Sivir's inventory. This is where if Peyz gets a couple of ricochets around, a couple of auto attacks, KC will just melt. They do not have any tanky member to take those boomerangs, so we'll see if Peyz can actually carry whilst in one
Sivir boomerang.
And many hundreds of gold down to Caliste.
And the thing is, even though Caliste has the 5 kills, I think Peyz is actually stronger right now, considering the champions. Sivir at 3 crit items is going to be doing so much damage. The biggest problem
I disagree with Jack Spector here. Like, I think if Ezreal is first on the objective and he can start queuing before the fight starts, I think that Ezreal is giga broken in a game like this.
They want to annoy them with kyeahoo's
giga broken.
with his slows, with his stuns, and make it really difficult for Faker and Peyz to actually DPS.
kyeahoo Road of Ages has popped. Faker is actually even in XP to kyeahoo. Because he's going to get 15 and then his Road of Ages will pop into so the late Road of Ages is interesting. Faker, you know, he might int, he might die, but you know something that you know about Faker always is that he is the most resilient player on Earth. He can be 0-10 and you know he's going to walk out on the map pursuing the best player on the map.
I don't think necessarily
you just know it. He doesn't care.
They mostly want to deter
he
them
doesn't
from
care, bro.
Again.
He doesn't care. Most players care, by the way. They make a mistake, they grumble on it, get stuck in their mind, they change their play pattern, lose a little bit of confidence. Faker, never.
Out of 4, 1 more remaining. However, they need
Faker found the clutch play. Keep in mind, we had a point in time where Faker was level 9 when everyone else in the game was level 11.
Qiyana, Rumble, Anivia, Ezreal.
Faker is now
So
even. His Road of Age is about to pop. He's going to get 16, 3 items,
much faster than
higher
would expect,
gold
but
count,
at the same time, T1
and he found the miraculous trap on Canna.
Intelligent at how they play around Nash, and with how much they love to sneak Nash off vision, I would be very surprised if T1 are caught off guard.
KC can't hold their fingers off the ward button for now. Control ward spots out nothing in the pit. And it is quite
That's expected for the player with the longest career and biggest achievements ever. Yeah, I guess we don't have to talk about anything.
The shuffle zone of Baron right now from T1 as well. Bit of damage from Caliste obviously still hurts here. As Oner looks to face check.
There is a bunch of vision for T1 around that bot side of the map, and as Jack mentioned, you can't trick the trickster and sneak in a Baron as KC. So I feel like
30 seconds till Soul.
Is very juicy right now for
Not
KC.
sure what T1 is angling here.
The Anivia
They had the crap
so
from earlier,
away,
ward behind. Look at that flank ward.
With his Infernals. And Busio has set up some vision behind enemy lines, a control ward, an extra ward behind that wall.
Did Doran buy anything? He did not buy anything. Just a Coffin Warhammer. That's a TP. Doran pinging the wall behind. Is that something they're going to leverage?
Wants to try to get some poke down onto T1.
At least from red side, it's a little bit easier to enter into the Drake point, but Caliste is already in position. Here you're going to see why Ezreal is stronger than Sivir. Caliste criminel.
Although with the wall,
fatty wall. Oh, Rumble ult. Peyz lost half health. Oh, Doran with the TP. How does T1 even enter? It's impossible against this comp. It's impossible.
The setup nice from KC. They didn't skip a beat.
Yeah, KC able to zone them off there. The Oner getting chunked. Doran not finding the flank, and now he's in trouble. But T1, KC knows they have to be careful here.
They found Doran the Moran. Oh my lord, Doran the Moran just CC'd himself. CC chain on Yike. Yike gets bottled on him. Yike might be able to flash and go. Oh, Yike did as much as he could. Peyz. All right, the pro view, the pro view, the pro view, the pro view, the pro view. What a game from Caliste, bro. Caliste looked like prime Diable. And that has always been my point of comparison. My point of comparison with Caliste has always been Diable.
Against T1, we said yesterday.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to game 3. What a great game from Caliste. What a great game from Busio. What a great game from Canna.
Run through mid. Keria gets on out, but it is the base that is being
Yike.
delayed. KC will run through mid.
Not doing his greatest, if I'm going to be honest.
To stop this onslaught, it is nothing but Paris to support KC. Oner will drop.
The Diable Caliste parallels are fantastic.
Karmine Corp are one step away from taking down the world champions, moving to match point in this best of 3. The Nexus.
What a game from Caliste.
And Karmine Corp move us to match point.
I hope people can hear the roar of the crowd for KC. And honestly, that was a hard composition.